men.
Now, when you come to recruiting, how do you recruit young men for this? I mean, recruitment isn't automatic. I mean, what are some of the efforts?
Well, what we do, we have a partnership, a very good partnership with the Metro Parks and Recreation Centers here. What we have been able to do was we went into the park system and we're able to recruit boys from the 22 facilities that they have here in Nashville, Tennessee, in Davidson County. So we can go into these community centers and we can just do recruiting there. Also, what we've done is we created a partnership with the Metro Police Department, the Youth and Children's Services Department. And what they do is when kids get in trouble out in the streets and they receive citations, they kind of look through those citations and match it with our target student profile, and they send kids to us. Again, if you go to our website, on our homepage, there's a link that says Nominate a King today. So you fill out the nomination form, and that form just gives us basic information about the type of student that you're nominating to be in our programming. And once we get those nomination forms, we in turn contact the families and let them know that, hey, your child has been nominated to be a part of this organization, and we'll take it from there.
And so you've really put a lot of thought and a lot of work into this organization in terms of trying to reach out and bring these young people into your care in a real sense, to get them out of the criminal justice system. What was the name of that how did you use that word, the criminal justice system?
It's called the disproportionate minority contact and confinement.
Oh, is that, talk about that.
I sure will. Disproportionate minority contact, it talks about the unreasonable amount of African American and, well, more so minorities that come into contact with the juvenile court. All the Kingsmen, we just choose to target, African Americans because I'm an African American man. I'm very proud to be an African American man. There's a real need for it. A lot of times I deal with people who think it's all about an issue of race, when it's really not so much about an issue of race, more so than it is about an issue of equality for all people. A lot of times, especially in DMC cases, a lot of African American students, boys or girls, they get treated differently for the same types of crimes or just acts of unruly behavior, but they'll get treated more harsh than the other students that are committing the same things. And that's one thing that we're actually trying to do. We feel like if we keep these boys out of the juvenile court system, period, they won't be subjected to, what is known as institutionalized racism. And that's what DMC is, a national problem. This is not something that just affects the Nashville community, but this is a national problem. So we've joined in the effort to help reduce DMC in the African American community.
And you find that in many instances, now what's the general age of your recruits? I mean, where do you start at?
We start with boys from the age of 10 to 18.
10 to 18.
We really want to focus on that 13 to 15-year-old range, because that's a prime time to really come into a young man's life and to help mold him and to help him become the man that he will become. Once you get past 15 and 16 and 17, they're more set in their ways, and it's a little bit harder to really get into the mindset of a youth at that age. So we work with boys from the age of 10 to 18.
These are junior high kids for the most part. Would that be the range?
We have elementary students all the way up to high school students, to seniors in high school.
Now, when you look at your national situation, that is, you're attempting to reach out. I think you indicated that you're trying to get into Chicago and into some of the other. What do you find to be the reception that you find you're having there?
Oh, people love it. We know that we have a global mission, but it's not that we're aggressively, going out and saying we want to go here, go here, go here. I believe that the people and they will come to us. Like the experiences that we've had with Chicago, a couple months ago when the kid was beaten to death, walking home from school, they reached out to us somehow. They found out about all the Kingsmen, and they said, hey, we have a team of people here who are ready to join this fight with you. Would you like to come and start a chapter there? That's just the evolution of us growing. One thing that's very important for me to mention is that we have a partnership here with the Collegiate 100 Black Men of Tennessee State University.
Very good.
And that's another way that we plan to grow. There's many Collegiate 100 Black Men chapters all across the nation. And what we can show these chapters is, hey, we've had this partnership working here in Nashville. These are the results of it. would you like for us to come to your city, to your school, to your communities, and run the same program? So that's another way that we plan to grow and spread across the United States of America.
And so you're real busy at it, Mr. Capehart, is that right?
That's correct. Very busy.
And you anticipate some great things from this, and great things have already happened.
Great things have
for
happened.
you in reference to this program, is that right? And I can tell by some of the information that you're given about your website connections and et cetera. You want to mention that one more time? We've got, I guess, about a half a minute to go. How they might be able to get in touch with you by way of your website?
Sure. Our web address is www.akmnashville.org. Just go to our website. All the information is there. I would really like to thank our sponsors, Urban Imagery, for our PR. We want to thank Metro Parks, Hopewell Baptist Church. We want to thank C&T Catering. And anyone who has ever helped with All the King's Men, we really, really appreciate their help.
Very good. And I would imagine that we've got about 20 seconds before we end this show for today, Mr. Capehart. But I think that you've got a good program. And as I said, we were encouraged to bring you on primarily because of some of the things that you've already demonstrated to our audience. And of course, we'll be back with our audience next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.